Okay, so the next 3 videos you're going to watch actually feature my girlfriend. Hi, Laura.
Hey.
Laura, have you ever bought a car before?
Yes, but kind of no.
Okay, Laura hasn't
No.
bought a car. No, she's like watched her dad do it. She's watched a bunch of YAA videos because she's my girlfriend, which I appreciate. Anyway, you're going to watch her go up against my dad, the sales manager.
I watch them because they're good.
Thank you. My dad, the sales manager at Gotcha Motors, and then the F&I office with Miss Kimberly Klein. There's 3 videos in this series. The first video, you kind of get clubbed like a baby seal.
That not the words I would have chosen, but sure.
I don't think anyone actually wants to say that.
No.
The second video, you get coached up, okay, and you come in and you really own it, right?
Yes.
And then the third video is an interview with you and Ray and you and Kimberly talking about the differences between the 2 experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Between all 3, I think it's some of the best content we've ever produced here. And people get introduced to you. They get introduced to how someone who has no experience can go ahead and go in, buy a car, and get a fair deal. Thank you so much for doing it. And I guess
thanks for having me.
Further ado, do an effect.
Good morning, Laura. How are you today?
Good morning. I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. My name's Ray Shefska. I'm here to help you with this, with your Crosstrek purchase.
Okay.
I understand that our new sales associate, Zach, trainee, just got back with you from the test drive. And
yeah.
Well, since he's so new, I thought I would just step in as the sales manager and try and make this as easy as possible for you. Would that be okay?
Yeah, he did a great job, though.
Well, that's nice to know. I'm pretty sure if we make this deal, we'll be able to keep him. But don't let that influence anything that we do here today.
Sure.
So I understand that you're interested in the 2022 Subaru Crosstrek that we have coming in. Did you like the vehicle?
Yeah, I did. You know what? I've had a Forester before, and I didn't know that I would be interested in the Crosstrek, but I drove it around and really actually liked it a lot.
Well, that's good. Did you like it enough that you'd think to yourself, I don't think I could live without this?
That's quite a big question.
Well, I ask big questions. I'm a big question kind of guy.
I really need it. I really need a new car right now, so I mostly just need something to get me from A to B.
What happened to that Forester you had?
It was totaled in an accident.
Oh, I'm sorry, but you're all right.
I'm totally okay. Yeah, thanks for asking. But yeah, I'm really just needing a new car now.
Yeah, cars are cars. People are much more important than that. I'm glad you're doing well. Well, let's go over this Crosstrek if we can for a little bit. As you know, and I don't know if you're aware of this, but the selling price of the vehicle is $33,318. At our dealership here, Gotcha Motors, we don't charge a penny over MSRP. It's just the way we do business here. I hope you're okay with that.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, great.
Want to know who the good dealer is in your neighborhood? Go to joinyaa.com and check out our crowdsourced dealer reviews. All of our community members coming together to help one another.
What we found is that most of our customers, and I don't want to suggest in any way, shape, or form that you're like most of our customers, but more than likely you are. Most of our customers prefer to finance a vehicle, and they don't necessarily want to put a lot of money down. Have you given any thought to what you'd like your monthly budget to be for this car?
Well, I have an idea of what would be over my budget, but I guess I'm kind of looking to you for a little bit of advice there. What are my options?
Well, your options are that we can finance for normal terms. Normal terms today are usually somewhere between 48 and 60 months. If we needed to go to extended terms in order to keep your payment at a more affordable rate, probably 80% of our customers are doing that today, and that way we could go 72 months or more. But it keeps people's payment at a much more affordable amount. Have you thought about what might work for you payment-wise? Would you consider yourself to be, say, on a monthly basis, wanting to have a payment in the $400 to $500 a month range, or the $500 to $600 a month range?
Are those the 2 options?
I'm just trying to figure out what's comfortable for you.
Could you tell me more what the price difference is between the 48 to 60 month or the 72 month or more?
Well, sure.
Specifically for this car?
Yes. Let me ask you a silly question, if I may. Are you planning on putting any cash down towards the new car? I don't expect you to pay cash for the entire car, but would you be putting a down payment down to say cover your taxes, your tags? For instance, banks today typically are looking for about 20% down. Now, we're on a car that's $33,000. 20% of that would be $6,600. So would you be planning on putting that or more down, do you think?
I guess what would be the advantage of putting more down?
Lowering your payment?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I could do that. Yeah.
Okay. So you wouldn't have a problem with $6,600 down if we needed it?
Yeah, I think that would be okay.
Okay. So if we had $6,600 down, if your payment was $615 a month for 48 months, would that work for you? Would that be too much, or would that be uncomfortable for you on a monthly basis?
And then if I put more down, my payment would be less?
Your payment would be less, or we could go out to, say, a 63-month payment plan where your payments would be $487 a month.
Well, I guess when you put it that way, then should I think about putting more down so that my monthly payment is less?
If you want, most people just like to save their cash for emergencies. That's why banks are typically only looking for about 20% down.
Okay. Yeah. That price is probably doable if I had to put that down.
The $615 a month with $6,600 down, or would you prefer to be under $500 a month at the 63 months?
I mean, I think I would prefer to pay less, of course, who wouldn't, but I think I'd rather have it paid off a little bit sooner than later.
Okay, so you would be good at the $615 a month with the $6,600 down?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So let me just circle this here. We're looking at the $6,600 cash down, $615 a month on your vehicle, and that's all based on approved credit. We haven't run your credit application yet, so we don't know exactly what the interest rate was going to be. We're using a generic rate right now until we find out what your credit history is, and we will do that with, believe it or not, I have here a credit application. So when you have a moment, here's a pen. When you have a moment, just fill that out and sign that for me so I can get that to our finance manager, and she can run the credit check for you, and we can zero in on that payment, make sure that we might even be able to get you a slightly better rate than what this is based on, because this is, like I said, a generic rate.
What is that generic rate?
The generic rate is 6.9%, and if you qualify for something less than that, then the payment will be slightly less.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Terrific. While you're filling that out, I'll gather up some of the other paperwork that we're going to need, and I'll get you to sign that, and then I'll turn this whole deal over to our finance manager in the back, and she will get the final paperwork together for you.
Okay, cool. Okay. So I just have to fill this out, and then we'll be one step closer to the new car?
I'm afraid so, yes.
Okay, cool. Thanks for your help, Ray.
Oh, it's my pleasure. My absolute pleasure.
Hi, Laura. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm Kimberly. I'm the finance manager here, and I'm going to be doing all your paperwork for you.
Okay.
Are you excited? You're getting your new car today?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited
too.
too.
I know. Everybody gets a little bit nervous, but we're going to make it really painless and easy for you and quick. So you'll get in and out and be out of here quickly. I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions, and then I'm going to get everything put together. I want to verify your name is Laura. How do you spell your last name, Laura?
It's Saltzer, S-A-L-T-Z-E-R.
Perfect. And I've got your address here, and I see you're filling out your credit application. It looks like everything matches. So tell me a little bit about the vehicle. Are you a high miles kind of girl? Do you like to put a lot of miles? What are your driving habits?
You know, I would say no. I'm mostly driving to and from work, and my commute's not that far. I occasionally like to take the car out, for a weekend trip or something like that, where I'll put a little bit more miles on it, maybe like once a month or every couple months.
Okay.
Which is like why I've always liked the Subarus. I feel like I can throw everything in there.
Yes.
But no, I wouldn't say I drive like a lot.
Gotcha. And so Ray said that you had a Forester before.
Yeah.
Did you keep that in the garage? Because your cross truck is a little bit smaller, so if you have a garage, you'll have a little extra room.
Yeah, which would be nice. I don't have a garage though.
Okay.
I just park it on the street.
So you just keep it outside.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And where do you go for maintenance? Do you usually go to like a Jiffy Lube, or do you go to the dealership for your maintenance?
I have done both in the past before. The car I used to have, I had it for almost 10 years. So, and I've moved several times in the time that I've owned the car. So I've had to, moved from when I used to take it to the dealership, nearby where I bought it.
Right.
I've moved to several different states in between now and
Okay.
then. So I've just kind of serviced it where I could find a place.
Wherever you can. You
Yeah.
got it. All right. So I'm going to get everything sent in as soon as you sign your application here, and I'm going to get it sent into the bank. Did you have any idea of maybe what term you wanted to do? Were you thinking 60 months or 72 months, or does it not matter?
Well, Ray and I were talking about doing something a little bit more short term, just
Okay.
because I don't know that I need to have that long of a
loan, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I could pay slightly higher each month, just because I feel like I'd rather not have it, be over 7 or 8 years.
Okay, wonderful. That's great. And then we're looking to put maybe I'll send it in with $6,000 down. And then whenever you come into my office, I'm going to show you a couple of, what your payments look like with different amounts of money down so you can make your decision.
Oh yeah, that was something we were talking about before. I'm interested in
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay,
I'll show you
cool,
all
thanks.
the different terms with different amounts of money down, okay?
Okay, yeah, that sounds great. Thanks.
All right. I will see you soon.
Okay, thanks, Kimberly.
Uh-huh.
Well, terrific. Thank you for filling that out. I hope you enjoyed your brief meeting with Kimberly. She's a sweetheart. Would you just do one small favor for me?
Sure.
Just initial here that we've agreed that perhaps $6,600 cash down on a monthly payment of $615 for 48 months, with the payment possibly being less depending upon what your credit score is.
Okay, that's what I was about to ask, because
Yeah.
you said it might change, right?
Yes, exactly. It very well could go down. We just use a generic rate to get the initial payment. And once Kimberly runs your credit report, and if your credit score is higher than what a generic rate would qualify for, then your rate will go down and the payment will go down.
Okay, so putting my initials here doesn't
No, it doesn't.
cement anything.
No, it just
Okay.
makes me feel better. And I
Okay.
know. So if you could right there for me, please. Thank you. Terrific. I'll get this all turned into Kimberly, and we'll have your paperwork drawn up and ready to go in just a few minutes. Can I get you anything to drink or anything?
I'm comfortable, thanks.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. I want you to feel obligated now. Can I get you a Coke or anything?
Water would be great.
Okay,
Thanks.
great. I'll get that for you.
Okay,
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Okay, I just...
Kimberly, you know that vacation you were thinking of?
Yeah,
I think I got the deal for you. Okay?
you do?
Oh, this.
Well, I was kind of
Laura-
listening in a
yeah,
little bit.
Laura, who you just met,
Yeah.
sweetheart, has no clue what's going on.
Oh, excellent.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Listen, she's agreed to give us 20% down, $6,600 cash down, 48 months.
Yeah.
I let her know that we're at a generic rate at 6.9. Her rate could go down slightly if she has better credit.
Perfect.
So we're looking at $615 a month or less for 48 months. My suspicion is that you can probably fit a lot of product in there and probably extend the term slightly to get a big back end.
Yeah, she sounds like I be able to get some product in there.
Yes,
Oh, this is going to be a slam dunk.
absolutely.
Thanks, Ray. I'm going on vacation.
Yes, you are. I believe the Maldives are in your future.
You're my favorite sales manager
I'm
today.
trying.
Today.
Just today, though. Terrific. I'll
Great.
let you get to work.
Thanks, Ray.
Thank you.
All right, Laura, now's the time. I'm just going to go over this with you. This is called a menu. And if you look over here under column A, it just shows you different products that are available for you and your new vehicle.
Okay.
They are protection products, and I'm going to briefly go through them with you.
Perfect.
So what's available is, your new car comes with a 3-year, 36,000-mile bumper-to-bumper, but according to what you told me about how many miles you drive, I'm going to provide you with a 6-year, 100,000. Okay? 100,000. So that means everything gets fixed for 6 more years, 100,000 miles. Computers and electronics are a big deal. So gap coverage is going to pay your loan off in full for you should you get into another accident and the vehicle gets totaled. So what happens is your insurance company is going to cut you a check this big, but your loan is this big. So don't worry about it. You don't want to pay on something that you don't have anymore. That's a horrible feeling. Gap takes care of the whole loan for you if you ever find yourself in that situation again.
So it would pay off the rest of my car payments.
It'll pay off the rest of your loan for you.
Okay.
Tires and wheels. Now, tires, have you ever picked up a nail or hit a pothole? I'm a curb jumper.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I have.
Well, Tires and Wheels gives you 5 years of unlimited tires and wheels should you have any of those hazards happen. They're very expensive, especially the wheels on your new Crosstrek. So if you bend the rim, you get a flat tire and they can't patch it, don't worry about it. You get 5 years unlimited tires and wheels. And you did tell me about your maintenance. Probably with your new Subaru, you're going to want to take it to the dealership to have all your oil and maintenance done on it. So look at this. Here's 6 years worth of maintenance as well. So that means you go to the dealership and get it done and you don't pay a penny. It's really nice.
But I have to take it to the dealership to do that?
You do. You can go to any Subaru dealership that you want to go to. Yep, across the country.
Okay.
Paint and interior protection. So on your new Subaru, I saw that you got the tangerine one too. Love that color. But from the manufacturer, you're going to get a thin clear coat. It doesn't last forever. It just looks nice getting over here. Mm-hmm. So for your paint and interior protection, it's going to give you a nice thick coat on the outside, but on the inside, it's going to be for rips, tears, stains, spills, that kind of thing.
Okay.
And I don't know if you've ever lost a key, Laura, but they keep getting more expensive and more expensive.
Yeah, I think I had to pay like $150 or something one time when I lost my key. It was a lot.
150? They're more like
Is it more now?
450
No.
now. Yeah, so should you ever lose a key or, I just had a guy the other day drop it in the ocean whenever he was jumping in and for whatever reason, he had his keys in his pocket and he jumped in the ocean. They're on some fish's nose right now. So this is going to give you all new keys. You don't have to worry about anything. The only thing you have to do is put gas in it, and that's it. If we had a gas card, I'd put that in there for you too.
Okay.
All right, so look down here at the bottom, and you'll see some payments. And this is just showing you what your payment will be at 60 months with all of your protections for your Subaru. Now, the rest of these, they're just taking one off as we go along.
Okay.
But if you want to be fully protected here, you're probably going to want to go with this one. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. Well, I think that's a little bit more than the price that Ray and I had talked about.
Well, and you know what? This is with $5,000 down. That way you can save a little bit of money if you want to, keep it in your pocket. And look at this. If we stretch it out to 72 months, we get you right down to where you wanted to be with everything, and there's no prepayment penalty. So you can throw additional money on top of principal at any time.
Okay.
And then that way you get everything, you have your payment rate where you want to be. You're still keeping a little bit of money in your pocket too, because you're not putting the full $6,600, but rather $5,000 down. And just stretch it out. Don't be afraid of term, because you're in control of the loan. You can pay it off, whenever you want. If you win the lottery tomorrow, pay your loan off.
Yeah, I guess that's a good way to think about it. I know, normally this stuff wouldn't appeal to me as much, but it's so funny. Since moving into the city, my car gets dinged by other cars so much more than it ever has in my whole life. And it's so frustrating.
Yes.
So it'd be so nice to not worry about having to take care of that stuff. Because right now, I guess the car I used to have had a couple dings in the door, and I just kind of left it there because I didn't want to have to pay to have it fixed.
Yep, yeah. I totally get it. You just do. And also, I think you're really going to love the maintenance plan because it's so nice to just drive in, get the maintenance done, and drive away, and not,
Is that what you do with your car?
Absolutely. The guys here take care of it for me. I don't pay anything for it. I always make sure, that my family has this as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, this would keep you fully covered. You don't have to do anything but put gas in it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And look at that. It keeps your payment below where you want it to be.
No, that's true. I've got to say, when I was coming in here, I didn't initially think about all this stuff, but now that you've laid it out in front of me, it makes a lot of sense why I would invest in something like this. I haven't done that kind of thing before, but it seems, I guess, like maybe the responsible thing to do here.
Well.
Yeah.
Now listen, you don't have a car payment for 45 days, which is nice too. So you can drive off the lot, knowing that you're fully protected, your car payment is a little bit lower than you thought, and you don't even have to think about it for another 45 days.
After the car arrives.
After the car arrives, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess that sounds pretty good. And then you just said that these other options they just include less.
Yep, that's right. And you can see here that the payment from here to here is only $5. So all we're doing, the key plan's only $5 more.
Mm-hmm.
So for $5, yeah, I would definitely throw the key care in with it too. So that's what I would do, but it's up to you.
Yeah, and even this one with the least coverage up to this one is only, a couple bucks different too.
Exactly. So you can see as they drop off, your payment does go down, but not by a lot. That's because whenever you get option A, you get some discounts on those.
Yeah, it seems silly to fret over this extra $35 when you get so much more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's perfect. So all I need is your signature right there beside that X, and then we're going to start signing all of your paperwork.
Okay, so signing here just means that
That's the
I'm
one that you
agreeing
want to
to-
do. Mhm.
that's the one I want to do. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. I like that.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right. Now, I'm going to start a pile of paper for you and a pile of paper for me, okay? So put a pile there for you and a pile here for me.
Okay.
And then we're just going to go through the rest of this. Oh, and by the way, don't be intimidated by this. I know it looks blank. I'm going to print it out, but it's your bank contract. I'm just going to print this out for you.
Wow.
Typically, I use an iPad, but the iPads in the dealership are all broken today.
Okay.
So we're going to do this the old-fashioned way.
Great. That works for me.
Wow, I'm going to Tahiti.